day, TNT. Redman here with you again. Another day. Hey, sorry about this weekend. You know what? All this thing going on in the world right now, me ain't need no more stressor. So I take the weekend for myself. And I was there with my family, with my father-in-law, to get some peace and quiet. And while I'm there, sometimes you will get internet, sometimes you ain't go get up and down, yeah? But I don't really mind. Because frankly, me ain't care if it have no electricity, me ain't care if it have no internet and thing. That don't bother me. Me ain't need it. What I need is peace. So I take some time to spend the weekend with my family. But I was keeping track. I have people letting me know regular what is going on back home, what is transpiring in Venezuela, what's going on around the world. I have people keeping me in the loop, letting me know. So I'm fully aware. So we got to do some talking today about we two favorite people. Well, we go talk about a few others, but we go focus on two. The Trinidad and Tobago Lighthouse, Sobers Beach itself. Mr. Sobers, the bad signal. We could talk about he. Mr. Can't talk. He can't talk, yeah? He can't talk, boy. And Miss Kamala, the hiding, lying, non-existent, Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. Miss Kamala herself. We could talk about them, Miss Kamala. And how they may like what the red man's saying. No. So they filing complaints with YouTube. Well, Miss Kamala. Miss Bust Up Shut Backside. Miss Flying Broom, Flying Carpet. Miss New Sari herself. Darling, red man coming for you today. I'm in a good mood, I'm in a good mood today, I'm coming for you, darling. I'm coming for the red man, coming for you. But first and foremost, as always, give the Lord Father thanks for another beautiful day. It's a blessed day. Good, bad, or indifferent, we are here. We have another day. And the Lord Father chose to give us another day. He gave you and he had to give you. So give thanks. Show gratitude. And as always, no matter what you're going through, and you feel you are beyond help and beyond forgiveness, there are no such thing, Remember that. As your Lord Father, as your Heavenly Father, if you come to Him honestly, He will forgive you. So, let me talk. Now, before we get to Miss Kamala and Sobers, I want to talk about what's going on with Venezuela. Everybody talking about Venezuela. Everybody saying Venezuela, Venezuela, Venezuela. Look, the people cheering, they wanted it. My friend, that's called propaganda. You know who else cheered? The people when the Nazis took control of Germany. You know who else cheered? The people in Afghanistan when America come there. You know who else cheered? The people in Iraq when America went there. You know who else cheered and was in the streets and they happy? The people in Libya when they hold Gaddafi. You know who else cheered? The people in Nicaragua when America went there. You know who else cheered? The people in Chile when America went there. Happy. America's here to save we. And they find out quick that is not the case. So if you get fooled by that, you baby, I can't help you. I can't do nothing for you. You're better off going on YouTube, and I have some real good channels that talk about fairy tale and storybook and thing, and they have picture and all kind of thing. Go and watch that. Go watch that. Go pay attention to what them celebrities and them doing. Go do that. Don't watch me, because I can't help you. You helpless. You belong in the cheering party for the Autistic Avengers. Go there so and make merchandise for them, because the red man can't help you. All right. Now everybody cheering what's going on in Venezuela. Now me is saying that I say from day one, Maduro was a madman. I tell all you that he's a madman. Chavez was a madman. Both of them was cut from the same cloth. But I also say that America had no right to go and involve itself in other nations' problems. That is not their, they don't have that authority. And I tell you from day one, is about the oil and resources. And when they done there, they go into Colombia and they go into Cuba. I tell you that. What America say, what Donald Trump say, they go into Colombia and they go into Cuba. Now they have a next problem in Venezuela. Because Delcy Rodriguez, the lady, was the vice president. She is now the president of Venezuela. But what happened to Machado? What happened to she? And the United States make a deal and say, well, we will put her as the president of Venezuela. Give her the Nobel Peace Prize. Well, she get the Peace Prize, and what happened? She dedicated to Donald Trump. Donald Trump. What happened to she? Now America sees she doesn't have the experience to run a country. No experience. What does the city say? We will run it. We will control it. Now, every time I talk, I tell all you follow the dollar. Track the money. Follow the money, go see what's going on happen. Okay. How much all you paying attention to the price of gold and silver? Now all you go follow, watch these videos on YouTube, they saying silver price is going to collapse. At all, partner. That ain't gonna happen. That will not happen. As a matter of fact, you might see a dip, and then you go see a rebound, and it will continue to go up. Silver prices not dropping anytime soon. Eventually, and this might be years off, me I know. I am speculating. Oh, Sober's favorite word, conjecture. Conjecture. But I am speculating. I can see silver being just below parity or on par with gold soon enough. I could see the gold prices hitting significant price per ounce will continue to go up. Now, why is that important? Well, let me tell you why. Last year, please God, 2025, Venezuela produced 480 metric tons of silver, extracted 480 tons of pure silver last year. Now, that was a drop from the previous year, but considering everything that was going on, you could expect that. The strategic reserve for Venezuela exceeded 1,200 to 1,500 metric tons of silver. They ain't counting gold in them. That ain't counting gold. In December, they let them know, be right before Christmas. They were already aware America is coming in there. But the gold, the silver, some of it was gone. And when America come in, where did America go as well? To capture and control the silver mines and the gold field and the gold mines. But it was about drugs. America boasting about their oil production. What America produces is light crude. It's like water. Useless. All them farms and things, their waterways and everything, again poison with that same oil from fracking. Light crude. It come out like chocolate milk or it watery. Some might just come out clear, you know. Poison in the water. That is useless to the United States. What they need is heavy crude. And heavy crude come out thick and black like tar, almost like tar. You have 3 places in the world that produce what America needs. And almost all of America's refineries are built to handle heavy crude. That is why all American gas, they mix it with ethanol and this and that. That is the reason why. That is the reason. They don't have sufficient supply. They need heavy crude. Now you have 3 places in the world that produce, well, that have heavy crude. 3. Canada, which right now is the #1 supplier to America in terms of heavy crude. Canada. Number 2, Venezuela, which US sanctioned to a point where they don't bring in any crude from Venezuela. Now they're going to thief all. And number 3, Russia. Most of the refineries are located in either California. They have a couple in California. But most are located in Texas, Louisiana area. And they need the heavy crude. Let me say in terms of grade. Your light crude will be the lowest grade you could get. The lowest. Then you have medium crude. What you think of when you think of oil? That brown, dark brown, almost black liquid state. That is what you think of oil. That is say a medium grade. And high grade will be heavy crude. So now America have it. They say we controlling it. And we will be there controlling the nation and controlling the country. Now, by all estimates, and these are coming from industry professionals, America will be there for years. Years. The estimate to get full production up in Venezuela to the point where it will benefit America and American oil companies, which they put it back there, by the way, could cost almost $1 trillion. $1 trillion. Where are they going to get that money? I just mentioned it earlier. Gold, silver, but also nickel, copper. I think they have and other rare earth metals they need. All of which is located in Venezuela, by the way. And all of which they need to control their data centers. But what is the significance of silver? Well, all your solar panels use silver. Every single solar panel. All electrical connections are in silver. Automobiles, silver. Electronic connections, silver. Electric vehicles more so. Solid state batteries require silver. And more and more and more products all require silver. Who controlling that now? And Venezuela has a significant mining operation. At some estimates, it could be north of 15% of the world's silver was coming out of Venezuela alone. Just Venezuela. China is hoarding silver. Russia, all nations hoarding silver. Soon you're going to see laws being passed that will tax you heavily on the silver and gold that you possess. That coming next, wait and see. That is what happened during the Second World War and the First World War. That will continue. You're going to see that coming next. Now, as for this war, and believe me, it's a war, all you feel it finish. Dread it only just begun. All you see the start it yet. Sorry, I live by a port, it's real humid here. So as you light the cigar, partner, I gone out again. So sorry about that. Anybody, any cigar smoker out there, all you know already. When the cigar too humid, you have to keep relighting it. Anyway, war. Rodriguez mobilizing the military in Venezuela. People in Venezuela are starting to mobilize now. Now you have a significant population there that them fooled by America. America fooled them. They feel America coming to save them. But they may see what coming down the road. There's rumors of a coalition of the Bolivarian nations and others. Mainly, you're going to have Colombia, Venezuela, I believe Ecuador and others, as well as Mexico, coming together to form a united military party. and other Latin American nations will follow suit. Why? Because like I said before, if you read a history book and you study these Latin American countries, where the American government, now I am not blaming the American people at all. I do not blame the people for the fault of the government. Nobody vote for war, you know. Nobody vote for that shit. Some do, don't get me wrong. Some of them stupid enough to vote for that because they like war. They feel war is a nice thing. They feel it's a blasted video game. But if you take their ass and chuck them on a battlefield there, so they go change their mind fast, you know. So I don't blame people. I don't blame the people for the fault of the government. I'm talking about government, not the people. Because the people that them feeling it too, them go suffer too, Make no mistake, you know. The wealthy will become wealthier. The less fortunate will become poorer. That is what will transpire. Everywhere. So I don't blame the people. And I don't hate the American people. I want them to have a strong, beautiful country. I want them to have a safe country. I want them to enjoy the land of their birth. That is their home. You should enjoy it. It should be safe in your own country. You should have joy and happiness. Your children should be safe. So I don't blame them. I'm talking about government. Everywhere the United States government went in Latin America and other nations, death, destruction, and economic collapse follow. Everywhere. When they question America, they question Donald Trump and they ask them, are you going to run and control Venezuela? What they say, we have no intention of that. We ain't going to do that. We just there to deal with the drugs. I tell all that was a lie. I tell it was a lie. There are some jackasses on here coming and tell me, look, you see, you say this, and look what, you pay attention to what I say. I said America will take Venezuela. I told you that. They will take it. I say, will it be easy? No. And is it? No, because they are done yet. They will be there for years. You feel it just go in one day, throw a few bomb and the thing over? No, Jet. Now you will have a fractured military. And worse, you might have a military coalition. Because now, Cuba and Colombia are mobilizing the military and they are joining forces. And Donald Trump just announced they're going to Mexico. They're going to take over Mexico. They're going to get rid of the cartels. But I thought all the drugs was coming in through Venezuela. Venezuela, drug dealer. Maduro's a drug dealer. What they charge him with? What they charge him? They might charge him with nothing. Having machine gun, that is your own country. You can't tell what country to have what. You can't say that. Why you don't go to Saudi Arabia and Qatar and thing and tell them don't have machine gun? You're not allowed to have that. Why you don't do that? Why you don't go to Pakistan and tell them ban your machine guns and all them thing where you could buy it there for $2-3? Tell them that. USA, nothing there. But Venezuela, you charge him with having a machine gun because he intend on using it on Americans. He go fire a blasted bullet from Venezuela and hit America. You feel we that stupid? Okay. Drug trafficking. Less than 15% of all cocaine in the world coming to Venezuela. Less than 15%. Now they're saying all the drugs coming into Mexico. And in that same sentence, he said, not all, most, but a massive portion is coming through Canada. I tell you they're going after Canada. I tell you, they must control from Canada all the way to the Caribbean because they want to take the oil from the Caribbean, from Latin America and ship it right through the Gulf of Mexico. Not the Gulf of America. The Gulf of Mexico. Because before there was America, there was a Mexico. And it's not called Mexico. It's not Mexico. They call the people Mexican. They named it Mexico, not the people. The native word wasn't Mexico. Go and read a history book. Go and see for yourself. Anyway, I will get into that another time. But blaming them. But now you say all coming there. Okay. So you have to take the oil from there through the Gulf of Mexico to get it to Houston, and to get it to Texas, and to get it to Louisiana, so that they can refine it and ship it. And what you say, we will control it, we will sell it, and we will control the price. How you think Saudi Arabia are going to feel about that one? When Saudi Arabia owns 10% of the United States. How you feel they're going to feel about that? Delcy Rodriguez, she is sitting back and taking this. She said, nah, time to mobilize, time to do something. Now they're going to talk about her father was a Marxist and he was involved in the kidnapping of an American and thing. What you feel America just do? They break all international law. They did a study, they asked all these different countries. Almost every country say the same exact thing. America breaking international law. They breaking UN law. They're conducting an illegal action. Every country with the exception of Argentina. But in America just announced that they are sending billions of dollars to help save the Argentinian economy. We have to save the Argentinian economy. They elect Milei. We're going to do great things for the economy. The economy crash. Miss Kamala, we're going to fix the Trinidad economy. So, madam, why did the economy in Trinidad and Tobago drop almost 13% on the Trinidad and Tobago Stock Exchange? Explain that one to me. 13%. The stock prices, I think it's for the NIS stock price, dropped to $9. It dropped by $9 and something cents a share, or dropped to 9 something cents a share. And it was valued over $2 billion, $3 billion. Now within the hundreds, there's about a couple $100 million. Why, madam? Strong economy. Okay. When all you feel is over, I tell you something have to happen. There's a progression to the way things work, especially in war. That is the beginning. Now you will see planning and execution. Now let's talk about Miss Kamala. Miss New Sari herself. Miss Boss Up Shot Backside. Let me talk about she. Miss Ultra High Strength Concrete Makeup. The hiding, I mean lying, I mean deceiving, I mean non-existent, I mean the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. The wicked witch, the all-knowing and all-powerful Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. Miss New Carpet herself. Miss New Cell Phone. Let me talk about she. Trinidad and Tobago was not involved. You sure? Are you sure about that, madam? You certain on that fact? You want to go with that? Okay. I tell you, the red man coming for you. All right, darling. You sure about that, huh? Okay. Madam, what does the status of forces agreement say? You should know this very well, you know. Your predecessor, Patrick Manning, put that in place. You ratified it. The crypt keeper himself, Rowley, he made amendments to it. And now you're using it. You's a lawyer. Was a lawyer. You and that blasted, worthless president, kangaroo herself. Both all his lawyers. All they went to the same school. That had to be the worst law school. The worst school in all the Caribbean. Because them graduated the two biggest jackass in the country. According to the status of forces agreement, madam, does the United States have to inform Trinidad and Tobago of any military action? Now be careful with your answer, eh? Because the people in Trinidad and Tobago, they could go pull up the status of forces agreement and check it for their damn self. So be careful with your answer. You like to lie. Drug raider, magic raider, panty and jockey shorts raider. So under that, do they have a right to know? Do you have a right to know? No, you don't have the right to know. They are obligated to tell you. They must tell you. You have to know. Because those strikes were conducted from our waters, which makes them part of Trinidad and Tobago, madam, which means you damn well knew. You and the autistic Avengers, especially Black Hulk himself with the blasted worthless ass. The man ain't good, he know nothing unless he choke up his bottom with gamma thing and swallow up and get vexed. He ain't know nothing. You hiding. You had nothing to say. Right? You send the bat signal himself to talk. And what he say? Nobody feels unsafe in Trinidad and Tobago. You serious? Jet, you had to be mad. You had to be a madman. And you only want to call me a madman? Oh, way boy. Nobody, eh? Nobody. Nobody. So is he what do you call it? The Tooth Fairy and Santa Claus that breaking in people's house and thing? That's what they're doing? Them pulling people out the car and shooting them and killing them and thing in the road and thief in the car. 5 murders in the first day of New Year's. First day. 5 murder. The first day. Nobody feels nobody unsafe? Go and ask them. Go and ask them. Miss Kamala, you want to talk about government officials when Venezuela say that the Trinidadian government was shipping drugs. I said that same damn thing. I said it. I said there's no way they could not know. But you want to open your mouth now and talk. I don't doubt that. I have no doubt on that. I suspect that very thing. I said that very thing. I suspect that all along. But you are doing nothing. Why? Well, and this is an alleged rumor, eh? Alleged. This is alleged. Wasn't it a family member last time you were there as the Prime Minister was being accused of something similar? Allegedly. Allegedly. That's a rumor. Me, I know. That's a rumor. And allegedly, your police are involved in human trafficking. Allegedly. And allegedly, your police, government officials, and high-ranking businessmen in the country were involved in prostitution. Allegedly. Allegedly. And allegedly, your police officers thieving drugs from the evidence room and replacing it with concrete. Allegedly. And your police have been named in murders. Extrajudicial killings. Let me call it that. Allegedly. Allegedly. A member of the anti-extortion squad was implicated on guns and drug trafficking. Allegedly. Rumor. Sober's favorite word, conjecture. Bad signal himself. Mr. Watler, just like the rest of the blasted autistic Avengers. I tell all you, stupid Olympics this year. Trinidad, we going for gold, man. Gold. Across the board. We had the best of the best. The stupidest people on the face of the planet running the country. We going for gold. America cut off flights from Barbados. They have Asians stick up there in Venezuela, but America cut them off. They're not allowed to fly. They can't come. They can't leave. Other Caribbean nations following the same, suffering the same fate right now. They're dealing with the same thing. But it is convenient, madam, that Trinidad and Tobago is not on that list. Why? Why, madam? You telling Trinbagonians America ain't gonna be there long, when it's going to take years to develop Venezuela. Years. I suspect about 5 years. And to get it fully operational could take over a decade, madam. Where you think America go be? You feel them leaving Trinbago? And now that they're going to start a war with Colombia and Cuba, where you feel them launching them war from, madam? Alaska? They'll get dog sled and thing and go all the way through the Caribbean? Where you feel it's blasted Santa Claus? That is magic dog sled? Like your magic reader? You go fly across the water? Now you put your foot in your mouth when you open up your mouth and you say something about the reader. And I want to mention that. I want to mention that, madam. Because recently you said the radar was there to detect what? Sanctioned oil tankers leaving Venezuela. Everybody know that is a lie. But the fact that you open your mouth and say that lets me know that every action the United States has conducted, you knew, and you allowed those illegal actions to take place. The stock market in Trinidad and Tobago is suffering. The Trinbago dollar is suffering. The economy is suffering. People will realize just now that the pension and thing they thought they have, they don't have it. You open your mouth and say that the Dragon pipeline belongs to Venezuela. When your minister, the damn self, come out and say, well, the pipeline ain't dead. It's not dead. It's still there. No, we have a contract. With who? With who, madam? Is it cheaper for America to ship the oil to America, or have that same crude refined in Trinidad and Tobago? Madam? Answer me that one. And what about that nutrient deal that all they just canceled with Canada? So Canada no longer controls ammonia there. But now they're doing potash in Saskatchewan, and in Canada now they're doing potash now. But your Munilal, if artist for him known as Munilal, is now negotiating with America for America to control all of the fertilizer in Trinidad. What about that one, madam? And what about the current negotiations right now going on for Pitch Lake? You're telling them that one. I tell you, February, everything will come out, you know. I say that last year. I say February. All you go see things start to happen in February. I mentioned that. Wait and see. Does that come in? The reason why all this thing transpire, and the reason why Trinbago is not suffering like Barbados and these other places, is because America controlling Trinidad and Tobago right now, and they will be there for the next decade. And if they are there for that long, they will own and control the country. They already say they are taking Venezuela. They will make Venezuela a part of the United States. And then they're going for Colombia. Why? Because Colombia has rare earth minerals too. And why they want Cuba? Cuba have oil. Oh, they didn't know that, eh? Canada own a few oil fields in Cuba. They own 46%. Cuba smart. They say, nah, we own the majority. You own a minority. But America can't have that. That belongs to them. And because I talking the truth, and I warn my Trinbagonian brothers and sisters of the nasty government they have there. All they want to come after the red man. Okay. Well, madam, tell me why I am wrong. Don't tell me. Prove me wrong. You always say, no American stepping foot on we soil. That was a lie. All you say, them are bringing nothing here. That was a lie. All you say, no, they both staying out in international water. That's a blasted lie because they park it in the blasted dock. They put it in the port. They put radar and thing all over the blasted country. And you feel people stupid. Tell them, no, that is a drug radar. Drug radar? Mm-hmm. Just like Alexander would say, we get a new technology that could track the bullet to the gun. New technology. New technology. Forensics. Forensics. New technology. You bring out, you are not Thank you and you're welcome. Genius negotiator. We're going to lower everything. We're going to lower the cost. How much the cost drop by now? Tell me. Tell me. Where that savings? Where is it? You will have money for Independence Day. But you have blasted money to throw fat for a bunch of investors? You have money for that. You have no money for Independence Day. But you making cuts of cultural programs? Have no money for that. But you have money to thief and fly your blasted ass to India whenever you feel like it. I have a feeling you're planning the next trip, you know. Go live in India since you love it there so much. Go there. And for my Trinbagonian brothers and sisters, always feel it's this done. This is just the beginning, you know. This now start. It will not stop. It will exacerbate. Prepare yourself. Fed up, say it. Because if you feel oil and things starting to run next week, that ain't happening, you know. At all. That is not happening. No time soon. No time soon. It's going to get worse. Always. While the government lying to all you. And creating struggle and division at home. Why? They have to divide you. They must divide you. Because if you are united, they can't stop you. They want all your fighting, we Latin American brothers and sisters, when all of we originate from the same places, the same people. The stories are the same, the culture is the same. They have to divide. Because they cannot conquer you otherwise. And Miss Kamala and the blasted government, they are complicit in everything that has transpired. She is dividing us from the entire Caribbean. She is dividing us from Latin America. And she's signing a deal with blasted America. When them on the other side of the freaking water. And them have nothing to do with we. We build a road. We put in fuel in a blasted car. Them do nothing for we. Them offer two things. War and entertainment. Nothing else. But she's signing deal with them. While isolating we Caribbean brothers and sisters. While isolating we Latin American brothers and sisters. While isolating us from ourselves. We own people in we own blasted country. And then lie into your face and tell you the country's safe. I tell you, it's an illusion. To create the delusion in order to divide. Because united we stand. Divided we fall. On our coat of arms it says, together we aspire. Together we achieve. The key word is together. Together. Because if we are together, all are we go fall together. All are we go fall together. They're going to put every form of control in place to enslave you. What you feel all this digital thing and all biometrics and all, it's a form of digital slavery. They will enslave you. That way they could cut off your money. They could cut off access to everything. Like that. They can't do that with cash. They cannot do that under the current system. They cannot control the masses. But this way they can control everybody. And if you speak out a line, gone. They have to track you. I tell all you, like cattle, they put in everybody in a different pen. They put in the same tag in all your ears and all our ears. They're telling everybody a different lie. And then everybody they lead into the same sort of house. While America, they say, we here to free the world. We creating world peace. And all you're seeing is war. When a self-professed Christian stand up there and say that he believes God save he to help the people. And everything he do, I do that. I do this. This is me. And he sat upon his chest. I tell you, watch yourself. Watch yourself. I was the biggest Trump supporter. But I pray about it. And I ask the Lord Father to open my eye because I feel I'm missing something. And then I start to see everything different. He not there for peace. He want to collect all the pieces for himself. And when you have certain leaders, bankers, oligarchs, tech billionaires, all of them supporting he, when they are the ones destroying the country and creating these programs and steering the country in a certain direction to profit themselves and their companies, and they are the ones that are advising him, watch yourself, because he don't care about you. And to the American people, the average people, you feel he care about you. That story play out many times before. And in most cases, people don't realize what is happening until it's done. And it's too late. And then you can't do nothing about it. If a man slap you in your face and say, I love you, he's showing you he love you? That's not love. If you're lying and going to somebody else's country and causing death and destruction to thief their country and thief their resources, what you feel they go do everywhere else? You feel they really care about you if they will do that to them? They don't care about you. They care about this. And very few. What the masses will pay while few prosper. That is history. And it replays itself over and over and over and over and over again. And the same blasted stupid people fall for the same thing. And Miss Kamala no damn different. Darling, you know different. And you could call me a madman. You could tell me it's conspiracy theory. Sober's Beach, bad signal. You could say everything I say is conjecture. Conjecture. Okay. Wait and see. Watch. And tell me. In about 2 years. Watch and see. I know this was a long one, eh? Real thing go on, everything I talk about and I go off and all kind of thing. I'm sorry about that. All you know, when we start to talk family, we have to talk, eh? When we start to talk, we go talk. So as always, keep all your eyes open. Pay attention. follow the money. Pay attention. Everything them telling you, they take it with a pong of salt, you know. A pong of salt. They lying through their blasted teeth. All of them. All of them. They lying. This is an accumulation of resources and power. That is all it is. And they will not stop at Venezuela. They will not stop at Colombia. They will not stop at Cuba, and they will not stop at Trinidad. Every Caribbean island, every Latin American country will be affected. It's not if, it is when. That is the truth. And Canada, my brothers and sisters in Canada, all my Caribbean brothers and sisters in Canada, I hear all you now. I hear all you. Be careful the deal you make with the devil, you know. Because like I see, when you go into a fight with the devil, when he come for a wine, don't say no, you know. You can't say no. Watch out. Because you hear them talking about Mexico. They come and follow it too, you know. They take in Canada too. Make no mistake. And for every Canadian out there that feel they're going to make it better, read a history book and show me one nation where America went and make it better. Show me one. Not some AI generated bullshit like that Epstein suicide video that they prove was AI. Not that. Go read a history book. If you could find a library, you know, go and read and show me where. You can't do it. You cannot do it. It is about them and their bank account. They tell all they was going to show all your Fort Knox. Where the gold? You see any audit? There's no gold there. And that is why they're going to rob these nations of their resources to restock their strategic gold reserves, because they have nothing. America's a paper tiger, flashing a credit card, and they don't have $1 in their bank account. So Miss Kamala fall for a nice fancy credit card, and fall for a fancy car and boot and thing, yeah? Fall for that, darling. They're using one card to pay off the next one. Fall for it. While you crash the blasted economy, pack up your pocket and fix yourself up a nice place in America, you and the autistic Avengers. And when the real war start, you'll be surprised when them come and tell you conscription, you know. Don't be surprised. Because all you feel Russia and China, done. You feel them may go retaliate. You feel them may go do nothing. Okay? Fool yourself. So as always, God bless all you. God guide all you. God keep all you safe. God grant all your love, strength, and compassion. Remember, all our ways, brother and sister, it don't matter. Color, race, all them thing, That is a social construct. That is the illusion. It had no difference. God make every last one of we. All of we brother and sister. Love your brother and sister as you love yourself. All of we is Trinbagonian. Latin America and the Caribbean is one people. One Latin America and one Caribbean. And it's not no Latin America. It's the land of the Latino people. And the Caribbean people, we are one people, one family. And we need to come together as a family. And love your family. Love your brothers and sisters. You love yourself. A house divided cannot stand. Love each other. Come together. No violence. Be smart. Live by the sword, die by the sword. Be smart. So, until the next one, all you. Take it easy, Jed.